close tight, and there ain't no one waiting at the end of the night. All them miles, all them years, I traded love for souvenirs. Now the mirror tells me plain, fame don't keep a man warm in the rain. If I could rewind just a little bit, I'd stay one night, I'd try to fit. Trade one buckle, one good ride, for a hand to hold at my side. They cheered my name, but here I stand, just a lonely cowboy, not a family man. The road I chose it proud, but it cost me more than I'll say out loud. That mirror don't lie, it just tells the truth about all I want and all I lost too. Turns out shine don't mean a thing if there's no one there to share your win. The mirror hums, the night stays still, crowds move on, but the silence kills. I hang my hat, shut off the light. Wish I'd learned this lesson earlier in life. This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline dreams, for the Lugnuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families, the drivers, the wrench-turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are only motivated. Build not borrowed, that's the creed written deep in our veins. We turn busted cars into legends and rust into fame. From late night garage grind to race day stadium roars, every scar on our knuckles unlocked 1,000 doors. We don't back down, we don't break, we don't fold. Every ride we build tells a story worth gold. This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline trains, for the Lugnuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families, the drivers, the wrench-turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are only here's to the nights when the world said slow down, but the engine said no when we stood our ground. To the ones who grew up rich and when the rest took the easy way, we found our path in the piston noise, and we'll ride it every day. Pedal to the metal, this is where we belong. Cars, trucks, monster trucks, loud and strong. Passion, pride, Lugnuts, side by side. If you love what you drive, then ride, ride, ride. This is for the legends that started in dusty garages, for the kids who chase dreams through the scars and collages, for the racers who gave everything without fail, and the fans who stand proud when the engines wail. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, this ain't a phase. It's our passion, our culture, and we'll live it to the grave. Pedal to the metal, forever in our veins. So look out, we're only getting louder from here. Nothing built strong was ever built out of fear. The road is wide open and the fire won't slow, because this isn't a hobby, this is the only life we know. the pedal to the metal. The podcast where horsepower meets heart. From the shine of collector cars to the roar of race cars and the thunder of monster trucks, we've got it all. So buckle up your seatbelt, turn on the gas, and grab your favorite brew, 'cause the ride starts now. And now, here's your host, Roller.
Hey. Thank you very much. Thank you. No. Thank you. We don't even have a scheduled show and you guys are in here. Man. What's going on here? How'd you guys get in? Whoa. Thank you guys very much, man. I appreciate the round of applause. Thank you so much. All right. We just got some business we got to take care of real fast. Let's just calm it down, save the show for tomorrow night, save the energy and all that other good stuff for tomorrow. Come on, calm down. Waiter, just buy a round for the house for me, okay? Just put it on my tab, buy a round for the house. Let these psychopaths calm down. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. What's up, babies? How y'all doing out there, man? You know, we're just hanging out here at the Roller Dome tonight. Got Sarah in the house. Karen's in the house. Joshua's in the house, man. Or Josh, man. What is up, gang? How y'all doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. This is kind of an unexpected show right here. But just wanted to kind of tell you, man, that January is full. January is full. We got the rest of the month booked solid, and it's really looking good. The only one I got it here, and I'm saving a spot for him, is on the 14th. That is this Wednesday, and I can't announce it because I don't know if he's going to be on or not, but I got Ed Beckley, Checkered Flag Productions, on the 18th. I got Scott Chisholm, world-renowned monster truck driver and a good amigo of mine, on the 21st. BJ Johnson, Feld Motorsports, man, Monster Jam, the Gas Monkey Garage Car, and also back when I worked with him, he was California Kid with Bill Payne, and BJ's been around a long time. We worked for Paul Schaefer. He was with, he drove the Barefoot truck and stuff, so that's going to be a good one. And then we got an Elvis impersonator going to be on the 28th. His name is Tim Dudley, and he has the Tim Dudley Show. And he's an old friend of mine that I met up in, up around Plymouth, Indiana, or someplace like that. And we did a show, and he come to the track. It was at a speedway, and man, we got to be good friends, and you know, he was just starting his Elvis impersonation stuff, and I come across him the other day on the internet, and he's got his own show now, and he was rated entertainer of the year for up in that area where he's at. And miss you too, Josh. Really do miss you and your lovely wife, man. I miss doing shows with you guys. I miss going to Oregon and doing shows up there where we first met, man. But anyway, so he's going to be on, and we have opened up our show back probably, I'm going to say probably 8-10 years ago. I had a show at Castle Rock Radio, and it was called Rollers Rockin' Country, and it was a music show, and we featured indie artists, and they came on the show, and they sent me one of their CDs, and that's back when we used CDs, you know what I mean. But anyway, they sent me one of their CDs, and we put it in the queue, and then we called them, and we talked to them, and we'd talk about a song, and then we'd play the song, and you know, just some good times, man. It was just a good one. So I was talking to a buddy of mine that I just became, I act like it's my buddy, okay, a gentleman that I just became friends with through Lee Plato. And his name on the internet is Boggin Racer. And he told me, he said, Roller, I need to help you where we can share your song. I'll help you get listeners. I'll help you do this. I'll help you do that. So we worked about 4 hours together one day, and we created a new page. Well, that new page, I have all the followers I need, but I have a 60-day hiatus that I can't do any shows on that page. So we're going to continue to do the shows right here. But he said, "Can I be honest with you?" And I said, "Oh yeah, man, you're more than welcome to be." I said, "I don't get offended. I'm too old to get offended." And he said, "I know you start your show an hour early because the normal time is 7:00 p.m. Mountain Standard Time." And he says, "I know you go on at 6 and you play the songs that you've created." And I said, "Yeah, I do." And I said, "I got people that come in and they listen just to the music." I said, "They happen to like it." I said, "I've sold some CDs off of there, and I've sold some thumb drives off of there and stuff just by creating my music." And he said, "Have you ever thought about putting other artists on that create AI music like yourself, or anybody that's an indie artist or something like that, having them on your show?" And I said, "Hello, Kevin Dickey. How are you, my friend? Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you, Kev." But anyway, he said, "You ought to think about that." He said, "Not everybody," and he said, "Don't get me wrong, your music's good music," but he said, "Not everybody wants to listen to just your music. They'd like to listen to a whole bunch of different music." So I thought, since I created Pedal to the Metal and I'm bringing all of my music shows and my monster truck stuff and my hot rod stuff, and I'm putting it all together under one platform, which is called Pedal to the Metal, might as well go ahead and create that music show. So I'm opening up Pedal to the Metal. We're going to usually do it on Wednesdays, and it's going to be for independent artists that create on AI, and it's also going to be for indie artists that sing their music, and they write and create songs, and they play their songs, and they go to gigs and stuff. They're real musicians, okay? And so I called a friend of mine. Her name is Karen Paparelli. She lives in Nashville, Tennessee. And I said, "Karen, this is Roller." I said, "Long time no see." And she goes, "Yeah, it's been a long time. How are you?" And we talked a while. I told her what I was getting ready to do, and she's down to committing to talking on the show and having a good time and playing her music. She does a little gospel stuff, which there's nothing wrong with that. I like that. But she also does some other genres and stuff. And then she said, "Roller, I can help you with some other artists that I know and that are looking for platforms to play their music." And I said, "Karen, that's great." I said, I'm just got to be honest with you. I can't excuse the tumbling noise upstairs. I don't know what's going on. It sounds like maybe they're running a herd of cattle through my house upstairs. I'm not sure. But anyway, she said, I said, "Karen, I can't pay anybody to." She goes, No, these people are looking for places to play their music." I said, "Well, I'll do that." I said, "But my audience is very special to me." And I said, "It has to be radio friendly, and I don't want any kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I don't want any explicit stuff, I said, I'm just out, whether it be lyrics or anything. Of course, you're not going to be able to see them on the show or anything like that. We're not going to be able to play any videos or anything like that. We're just going to be able to play their music." But I said, when we're doing the interviews, they got to be clean interviews. I can't have any F-bombs. I said, sometimes we slip. Hey, we're all human, and we slip and we say something. And, I said, I don't mind that, but I said, I don't want somebody on here that every other word is the F-bomb and stuff like that, because I have people on here that, all you guys, that I respect, and I don't want to offend anybody and say, Roller had a good show, but now he's opening it up to this music, and these people are dropping F-bombs and saying stuff that's just not kosher in the world. So I said, I don't have a problem with that. I said, I'll even listen to a rap artist as long as he has clean, radio-friendly lyrics. And she said, okay. And so anyway, we're going to create this. And so she's going to be on the show in February. Tim Dudley, the Elvis impersonator, he's going to be on the 28th of the end of this month. And it's already starting to happen. It's already starting to come. And these people, I've talking to a guy through through the Suno program that I talked to last night. His name is Ray Baca, and he been creating music for over 50 years, and his music and my music are so similar. He writes a lot of country stuff, and so do I, and I just, don't get me wrong, guys. I mean, I am a diehard rock and roll fan. I mean, I really am. I love rock and roll. I really do, but I love, it depends on my mood, really. I mean, back in the monster truck days when I would fly out to go to a show, it was rock and roll, baby. I mean, I was headbanging, and we were jamming hard. And when we got to the shows, we jammed hard. And all my music during the monster truck shows was hard rock music. But when I got on that plane on Sunday morning at 4 or 5 in the morning or whatever time it was to come home, man, I chilled out. I chilled out to Dean Martin. I chilled out to James Taylor. I just mellowed out because it was such a, I mean, in the monster truck business, when you get there, you fly in on Thursday night, you usually have and Josh can vouch for this. Josh has been in the motorsports business for a long time. Friday morning, you usually have to be at the arena at 4 in the morning. You might get in at midnight that night, but you got to be there at 4 in the morning for TV. And then you have 4 or 5 different programs that not programs, I forget what they call it now. I used to know all this, but I've forgotten a lot of it, but sets, they would say, okay, we're going to have one at 6, we're going to have one at 6:15, hits, that's what they were called. So at 6:15, at 6:30, 6:45 or whatever, and we're going to talk to you and we're going to do this and that. And then after that, we usually had some radio station that had us booked to go in and talk about the show and stuff like that. So then you get done with doing that all day, then you come back to the arena, and then you got to set up. You do all the sound checks, you do all that, and you get all that going. Well, you go back to the hotel, you get yourself cleaned up, you come to the show, and then bam, there's the pit party. Okay, you got an hour-long pit party, and then between the pit parties were from 6 to 7. And then the show time was at 7:30. So you had the ride truck going starting at 6, and it usually stopped about 7:20, something like that, and give everybody on the track crew a chance to get everything set up for the show. Well, bam, 7:30 the show started, because I was on the schedule, man. I was on the PA going, we got 5 minutes to show, we got 4 minutes to show. I need everybody to take their place, all drivers in your trucks at this time, and everybody to get in there, and then at 7:30, bam, I'd cue the music and we'd go. And then you do the show. And then after the show, you got autographs for an hour, maybe 2 hours, and you're standing in line and you're talking to people. And don't get me wrong, without those folks, I wouldn't have had the career that I had. So I never did balk. I never balked one time. And then you go out to dinner, and it's late. And so you either got Denny's or you got some kind of a restaurant like that, that you go Applebee's or something like that. And you go walk in the door, and sure enough, man, over in the corner, there's a big group of people that were at your show. And the first thing they do is start pointing. Look at there, look at there. There's the monster truck people. There's the monster truck people. And it would never fail. You'd sit down at the table, you'd order, and then all of a sudden you'd see them talking to one of the younger kids, and they'd like, go over and go talk to him. Go on, go over there and talk to him. And then the little kids would come over and say, God, I was at your show. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's great. And we would always take time. I made sure that anybody in that group that I was with took time to talk to that little kid, even though we just got done talking to him in the autograph line. We took the time and asked them how their show was, and took pictures or whatever it was, man. And then all of a sudden, here comes our food. Well, we're still intermingling with this family or this group of people that were there. And then all of a sudden, the parents get done, and they come over, and they want to talk to you. Well, by the time you get to your dinner, it's cold. By the time you get back to the hotel, maybe you have a couple of beers or something like that. And then all of a sudden, it's time to go to bed. And then you got to get back up again in the morning and it just starts all over. And then, of course, the shows are done on Saturday night. You tear down, you do all that stuff, you say your goodbyes. The monster truck drivers are tearing their trucks down. They're putting their trucks in the trailers, and if you need to help them, you're there to help. And I usually get on a piece of equipment and help them tear down the tracks or whatever it happens to be. So it's never any rest at all during that weekend. And man, when you get into that airplane, it's always against the bulkhead. Find the window seat, put on your headphones, put your hoodie over your head, put your dark glasses on, and you go to sleep. And I'm not a quiet sleeper, okay? I snore. And man, I can bring the plaster off the walls. And I always tell the person next to me, hey, I have been working all weekend long, haven't had very much sleep. I'm going to be really tired here, and I'm probably going to snore. If I make too much noise, just nudge me, please. I don't mean to offend you. And, you'd wake up when you landed in Denver, and you look at the person, they're like, wow, you do snore. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I warned you, okay? I just warned you. But hello, Ashley. How are you? Good to see you on there. Man, another beautiful lady that was part of the motorsports, her and Josh, husband and wife team, and we met him up in Cottage Grove, and God, it was just so much fun. We had such a good group of people putting on shows up there, man. It was such a fun time. And I miss that. I miss that speedway. I miss everybody that was involved in the shows and stuff. And I'm so glad that you guys are on there. And you're right, bestie. We are besties for sure. I love you very much. I love both you guys, and the kids are getting big. And my goodness, it's just life goes on, doesn't it? It sure does. But anyway, so it was Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, whatever, on the way home. So I'm opening up this music program. That's a long story to talk about this music program. Well, I'm sorry, but I get on a tangent, or I get on that old gears, and it starts kicking in, and it's just good times. It kind of gives you a look at what really goes on behind the scenes, because there is no rest for the wicked, and I'm wicked. No, I'm not. I'm harmless. Anyway, so we're going to have this music program. People are going to be able to come on. We're going to talk to them about their music. We're going to talk to them how they created it, what they do, and just the background, like everything else. For me, my shows are always about the behind the scenes. Great, you drive a monster truck. Let's talk a little bit about it. But I want to know what you do in your time off. I want to know you're part of the show and you race quads. But what do you do when you're not racing quads? So that's what I do. And Josh and Ashley, I want to have you guys on the show because I know you guys are doing some shows up there and you've been a part of it. So we will be in contact, and we will talk to you and get you guys on the show real soon and talk about that. But anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing. That's the reason why we have my buddy Tim Dudley coming in, and Karen Paparelli, and we're going to have some great AI content music makers. There's some good people out there that make some great music, and I just kind of want to give them a platform to play their music on and to tell their story. Yeah, they can go to Spotify, they can go to YouTube, they can all do that. They can put their music up, but you don't know anything about the artist. You have no idea what the artist is. You might see a picture of the artist, and that's it. So we're going to bring you that back behind the story of why that artist created that AI music. So getting back to the AI music, today I have a little contest going, okay? If you go on my Pedal to the Metal site, or you go on to my Jeff Richards site on Facebook, you'll see a contest there. And it says, in fact, I can just go ahead here and I'll tell you, let's go. How can I do this? I can just tell you what it says. All right, it says, name the album contest. Okay, so I posted up a 13-song album. This is just songs that have never made it to an album. And these are good songs, and we're going to play them here in a minute. But these are good songs, and I hope you like them. They're more of a country genre, but they're about different things. And I'll kind of explain to you on each song what it is and different things like that. But if you name the song, if you name the album, and I choose your name, You guys win free albums for as long as I make my albums. There won't be any shipping. There won't be any charge for the album. It's just mailed to you directly and you get it for free. You know, hey, I'm not on Casey Kasem's top 20 or top 10, or I don't think I'm on the top 2,000, okay? Maybe the top 5,000. So anyway, it's my music. If you like it, you're going to get a free one if I pick the name of your thing. So I want everybody to go, and I want you to go to that site on those pages, and I want you to enter this contest. Just maybe pick a couple of songs out and listen to them. I told you already what the genre kind of is for every song. So come up with something creative. I've had a couple people, they have mentioned some stuff, but it just wasn't what I was looking for, okay? Hello, Kevin Rudder, my brother from another mother. Anyway, I just want you guys to name the album, okay? I want you to get involved. I want you to take the time and just get involved, and maybe you're going to come up with a good album, and maybe you're going to get free music from Roller for Life, and maybe I can talk to these other people, and maybe I can include some of their songs on there. Of course, I can't do nothing without their permission and stuff like that. So right now, it's just my music, okay? And that's all it is. So anyway, go to the sites, go to Pedal to the Metal, or go to the Jeff Richards page on Facebook, and you'll see the albums. You'll see that one is, it just says name. And then that one, you go in there and you just create a name for the album. And if I like it, I'm going to use it, and bam, you're going to get the music for free for life, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play a couple of, if I can get this mouse working, here we go. All right, I'm going to play a couple of these songs. Like I said, there's 13 of them. And we're going to go ahead, and of course, this one really doesn't need any explanation. This first one is called Two-Steppin' on a Honky Tonk Saturday Night. And then there's one that's called Jack Daniels Saturday Night. A lot of things happen on Saturday night. Mirror on the Motel Wall, which is about a guy that rodeoed his whole life and thought that rodeo was the only thing he wanted in life, and then one night he just got done with the big rodeo, and he was in this old little dingy motel, and he's looking at the mirror, and he realized how old he was getting, and he never got married. He doesn't have any children, and it's just kind of a wake-up call for him, okay? So that's what that one's about. And this one here called Last Pair of Six Guns. This is a song about a gunfighter that hung his guns up, got married, had a family, and they had a ranch and farm, or whatever you want to call it, and times fell rough, and all he had left to sell was these six guns that he thought he'd be able to keep the rest of his lives. So that's what that's about. And then the other one that says Cowboys Don't Say Goodbye. This is about a cowboy who had a farm, a ranch, and he got hurt, and he wasn't going to pull through, and he had his family all around the bed, and then his son come into the room, and his son sat down to the bed and asked, Dad, what's going to happen to us? And the cowboy said, hey, you've been following me for a long time. You know how to do this. You got this, and I'm trusting in you to take care of your mama and your little brother. So that's what that is. The next one here was made after a friend of mine. His name was Jimmy Ray Brock. He was my dad's friend down in Lubbock, Texas. And Jimmy got to go on the road with Waylon and Willie. And my brother said it was less than a month, okay? I thought it was a month, but my brother seems to think he lasted about 2 weeks, and he just couldn't take it anymore. He said it was just non-sleep, partying all the time, and it just was not his lifestyle. So anyway, that's what that's about. It's about Waylon and Willie Nelson. And when the glue is gone, that's basically, we all go through this, or I say we all do, a lot of people that I talk to. In my family, the glue was my dad. in my wife's family, the glue was her mom. And they both passed away, and our families separated. They parted ways. They're not there for each other. We're not there for each other anymore. And it's all over stupid stuff where if the glue was there, it would have never happened. So that's what that's called, when the glue is gone. And who's going to play Willie's guitar? Well, that's, of course, Willie Nelson. You know, you can't use his last name because then that's trademarked or whatever. So, and this is just about, you know, what's going to happen to Willie's guitar when he passes on. And this song here, If These Back Roads Could Talk, it's just, haven't you ever been driving down a back road and you just wonder what happened, what goes on in this road? You know, who's been on this road, anybody famous, any big things ever happen on this road, and so that's what this is all about right here. And then the road to Belle Fourche happens to fall after John Wayne and the Cowboys, okay? That's basically Will Anderson's story told through music. And then we have one called Diesel and Iron, and that happened out here at my house. I was driving my 73 Stepside into town one day, and we moved from the city out here to the country to get away from the city because I am not a city person. And I happened to find a piece of property that we have almost 10 acres. Got a big shop. You know, nobody can ever touch my land. Well, just up the road about a mile from us, there's all this yellow iron, and yellow iron is heavy equipment, and they're moving the dirt, and they're doing all this other stuff, and they're building shopping malls, and they're building apartment buildings and homes and everything like that. And all the while, I was driving up this road one day, and I looked, and standing in front of this big dozer was some deer and some antelope, and it looked like they were looking at this big dozer going like, what are you doing to our land? What is going on here? You know? So basically that's what Diesel and Iron is about. And then, of course, the Cheyenne Winds is just about the olden days when people were going across the Cheyenne Plains in the wintertime and the blizzards come up and how they tried to survive and stuff. And then we have one here called the Old Chuck Wagon. And the Old Chuck Wagon is about a guy that was going through a museum one day, and there was an old chuck wagon in the museum, and the wheels were all weathered and cracked, and he just kind of wondered what the history was with that chuck wagon and what it had seen in its times when it was in use. So that's what these songs are about. But enough of me talking. I know you guys are probably either getting ready to jump off the building, so don't, okay? Or you're starting to drink, so just drink mildly, okay? And let's just listen to a little bit of music. So this first song here is Two-Steppin' on a Honky Tonk Saturday Night. You're listening to the Pedal to the Metal. We'll be right back here in just a minute.
All week just for the weekend, punching clocks, counting down the time. Me and the boys, yeah, we're all leaning toward a jukebox and a neon sign. The girls will be there looking sharp and dressed just right. New outfits glowing under neon light, looking for a belt buckle they can make shine bright on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Screen door swings and the smoke rolls in, bar stool scrape on a hardwood floor. You can feel that buzz right under your skin like you've been here 1,000 times before. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Band fires up, man, it's feeling just right. Cold beer clinking under sawdust lights, hearts beating time to a fiddle tight. Laughs get loud, worries fade out of sight. Every wrong feels a little more right. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Band hits the stage, drummer counts it down. The steel guitar starts crying sweet. Boot heels thump as the floor goes round, spinning circles down to the beat. Strangers for years, hands in the air, not a care nowhere. Every song sounds better when you're right here, and the night's still young, yeah, the coast is clear. Bartender grins, pours another round. Someone laughs at an old inside joke. That little red dress is spinning me round. Under them lights and a little bit of smoke, yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Neon humming like it's holding us tight. Long week gone by, the second chorus hits. Yeah, this is as good as it gets. Hands held close, boots moving just right. Every dream feels with inside. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Ain't nobody checking clocks anymore. Ain't nobody thinking about Monday blues. If there's heaven hid behind a screen door, it probably sounds just like this tune. Fiddle screams, crowd yells one more song. Sweat on the wall, but we don't mind. Hold her close while the night rolls on, trying to slow down time. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Band still playing like it's the last light. Boots worn down, but the spirit's high. Moon hanging low in a Texas sky. If tomorrow comes, it can wait outside. 'Cause right now, man, we're doing it right. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Door swings shut, but the memory's tight. Still humming that song in the morning light. Yeah, me and the boys will be talking about that honky-tonk Saturday night.
All right, that's two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. So I want you guys to get some paper and a pencil, and I'll play another song, and then I'll tell you how you can order the different albums that I've made. There'll be 4 by the time we get this one named. It's not expensive. I'm not making a killing on anything. I can put it on CDs, or I can do it on thumb drives, and the CDs are cheaper than the thumb drive, but not everybody has a CD player anymore. So anyway, this next song here is Jack Daniel's Saturday Night, basically about a guy that started on a Monday and went out to get ready to go to work, started his truck, and the motor blew up. And then it just got worse and worse every day, all the way up till Saturday night. So this here is called Jack Daniel's Saturday Night. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal with some more information on how to buy the CDs that we have.
On Monday, I turned the key and the motor died. Truck sat still in the driveway. Bills on the seat, coffee gone cold. The sun came up the wrong way. I kicked that tire, said a short prayer. Had places to be, but I wasn't going nowhere. On Tuesday, I showed up just like I always had. Heart had low, boots laced tight. Boss shut the door, wouldn't look at me. Said, son, we're making cuts tonight. I shook his hand, walked back outside. Lost my job with a noonday sky. On Wednesday, the mechanic named the cause, wrote it down and slid it my way. Said that engine's done, it won't run again. More money than I could ever save. I folded that paper, put it in my pocket. Knew right then I couldn't stop it. Thursday, words turned sharp and loud. Kitchen walls heard every sound. She said she's tired of barely getting by. Said I'm trying, she just cried. We stood there both too proud to bend, saying things we couldn't mend. On Friday, I woke up to an empty room, silence where love used to be. A note on the table in her handwriting said she couldn't live like this with me. Don't call, don't follow, don't try to stay. That goodbye took her in the light away. Saturday night, so here I am on a Jack Daniels Saturday night. The week finally broke me down. No truck to drive, no job to hold, no love left hanging around. I didn't plan on ending up here, didn't see it fall apart this fast. But when a man runs out of answers, he drinks to the week that passed. And Saturday night, Saturday night, when you've carried all you can stand. Some weeks don't just test a man, they break him where he stands. Maybe Sunday brings a little light, maybe I'll try again someday. But tonight I'm learning how it feels when hope meets whiskey halfway. One last drink, then I'll head outside. Cold air cuts like a straight up truth. Long hard week carved in my bones, ending right here in this barroom booth.
There you go, Jack Daniels Saturday Night. Now, kind of a little background on me. About 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago, woke up in the middle of the night and something told me I had a friend of mine, Kevin Rudder, who's on here tonight, show me this music program, and it's called Suno Music. And I was really infatuated with it the very first second he showed me about it. And something told me that I needed to write a song about my youngest son, who's living on the streets in Denver somewhere, and he's addicted to drugs. We've tried everything under the world to help him, probably 7 or 8 times, but every class that we've ever went to, every person we've ever talked to said, they have to be ready. There's nothing you can do. You just have to be tortured until that person either gets help or they don't get help. So that's what we do. You know, we get a call every once in a while, and that's about as far as it goes. So anyway, I wrote this song, and I played it. I played it for Kevin. In fact, I believe Kevin was the very first one that heard it. And he said, wow, man, that's I don't know his exact words, okay? But anyway, in other words, he said, I really like that song. So I played it for a friend of mine named Karen Paparelli, who's going to be on the show. And she said, wow, Roller, that's amazing. She said, that's a very good song, and you should really do something with that song. So anyway, I just get these things at night that tell me, hey, you need to write a song, and you need to write it about this. And then so I'll sit down and write it on a piece of paper at night, and then I'll start working on it, and then I create the lyrics, I create the instrumentation, the keys, the beats per minute, the quarter times, and all that. And I tell it exactly what kind of singer I want it to be, what genre, and stuff like that. And then I put it into this music program. I am so amazed at what this music program has done for me. It has given me a hobby that I'm addicted. I'm going to be honest with you. I am addicted to making these songs, and I just created them, and people started liking them, and I thought, well, maybe people will, if I can do some kind of a CD or something. That's why I did it first. Maybe they'll buy it, and maybe they'll like it. And sure enough, people started buying it. And then all of a sudden it kind of fell off, and I was like, well, I wonder why it fell off. And well, a good friend of mine told me, he said, not everybody and their brother has a CD player anymore. Okay, you're old, dude. So I'm surprised you're not trying to sell 8-track tapes. And I just started laughing. I said, you're exactly right. So I started putting the music on thumb drives, where you can take and put them into your computer, download them. You can also download them on your phone, make yourself playlists, and do whatever you want. So if you want a CD, I can still do the CDs. The CDs are $13 with shipping and everything. That's everything. And then the thumb drives, they are $15 with shipping and everything. And that'll be for Colorado Country. That will be for Cruising the Classics. That will be for Black Tie Soul. And that will be for whatever we name this album here. And so far, Ashley, I really like what you said. I really do. So far, Ashley, you are in the lead as far as the names. But anyway, if you want to order one, a CD, Black Tie Soul is soul music about classic cars. It's the kind of a classic car that you would take to a black tie affair, that you would roll up in, and there's, just say this was a really high-fluting black tie affair, and there was Rolls Royces and stuff like that, but you come rolling up in this classic car, and it put these Rolls Royces to shame, because people are like, damn, that car is so sweet. So that's what this is about. But being that I have, just a little bit of redneck in me, I went ahead and made one about a C10 truck, okay? But hey, in my mind, it's a cool C10 truck, and I rolled up in my tux, and I rolled up to this black tie affair, and everybody liked it. So, you know what? I put it in there. So anyway, you can buy any one of those albums, and they are either 11-song, 12, or 13-song albums, depending on what you want. Colorado Country is what it is. It's a country album. Cruising the Classics is a 50s, 60s themed album. Stuff like cruising down the Van Nuys Boulevard or something like that. It's kind of like a Beach Boy theme kind of deal, but not exactly all Beach Boy kind of music. Okay. And then Black Tie Soul, I just explained that to you what this is. And then this one here that we're playing on, I'm going to say it's a country genre, but I don't have a name for it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So right now, once again, you go to Jeff Richards 327 at gmail.com. That's Jeff Richards 327 at gmail.com. And you say, hey, I want to order one of your CDs or your thumb drives, and I'll tell you how you can pay for it, and I'll put it in the mail to you, and it'll be shipped right out. I have a bunch of thumb drives already printed right here. I have a bunch of thumb drives. And then I have a bunch of CDs already made up right here of the different albums. So I can, if you ordered one tonight, I could have it in the mail for you tomorrow. And then however long it takes the Postal Service to get there. So anyway, that's what it is. Once again, it's Jeff Richards 327 at gmail.com. The CDs are $13 shipping and everything, and the thumb drives are $15 shipping and everything. So this next song up here is called Mirror on the Motel Wall. We'll be back here in a minute on Pedal to the Metal.
peeling off. Silver buckle on a chair, dust and blood still in my hair. Crowd was loud just hours ago, screaming my name at the rodeo. Now the room's just me and time, and a face I hardly recognize. I chased that whistle town to town, 8-second dreams, no roots put down. There were women, yeah, I want a few, but not one that I ever knew. No porch light burning late for me, no small boots by the door to see. I always said I'd settle soon, but soon never came around. And they cheered my name, I tipped my hat, thought that was enough for a man like that. But trophies don't talk and buckles don't care if you're breathing alone in a cold night air. All that glory, all that noise ain't the same as hearing I'm proud of you, boy. Staring back from tired eyes, I learned the truth too late tonight. I've bled in arenas, rode through pain, heard my name echo like a freight train. But when the dust all settles down, a man still alone in a nameless town. I thought freedom meant no ties, just long roads and alibis. Didn't know the loneliest sound was silence when the lights go out. They cheered my name, I tipped my hat, thought that was enough for a man like that. But a roar fades fast when the gates close tight, and there ain't no one waiting at the end of the night. All them miles, all them years, I traded love for souvenirs. Now the mirror tells me plain, fame don't keep a man warm in the rain. If I could rewind just a little bit, I'd stay one night, I'd try to fit. Trade one buckle, one good ride, for a hand to hold at my side. They cheered my name, but here I stand, just a lonely cowboy, not a family man. The road I chose it proud, but it cost me more than I'll say out loud. That mirror don't lie, it just tells the truth about all I wanted, all I lost too. Turns out shine don't mean a thing if there's no one there to share your win. The mirror hums, the night stays still, crowds move on, but the silence kills. I hang my hat, shut off the light. Wish I'd learned this lesson earlier in life.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right there, that was Mirror on the Motel Wall. This next song up is a good one right here. It's called The Last Pair of Six Guns. We'll be right back on Pedal to the Metal.
They used to whisper his name in town, men stepped wide when he came around. Fastest draw on a desert day, left more than one bad soul in the clay. But he laid those 6 guns down one night when he chose a woman and a quieter life. Traded gun smoke for fence and plow, hung his past above the door somehow. Years rolled on and the kids grew tall. Hard times came like a canyon wall. Drought in the fields, hay run thin, cold wind cut through bone and skin. Pantry bare and the barn near dry, livestock looking at him with tired eyes. He counted every dime he had and found himself staring at the past. We were down to our last pair of 6 guns, only thing left with any worth. Iron legends from a blood red time, bought with fear and paid in dirt. I never thought I'd see the day when I trade my name for feed and bread. But a man don't live on pride alone when his family's hanging by a thread. He cleaned them slow by lantern light. Every scar told a long hard fight. His wife didn't ask, she already knew. Some choices don't need talking through. He rode to town before the sun with a wrapped up past and a heavy one. The man behind the counter froze, knew those guns, who they belonged to. Yeah, we were down to our last pair of 6 guns, last line of a former life. Sold for corn and winter hay, and a chance to make things right. They weren't just steel, they were a name, a reputation carved in lead. Legends don't fill empty bowls, and horses don't eat pride instead. He rode back home with a lighter load, feet in the sack, hope in his soul. No iron left to guard the door, but he'd won a harder war. A man ain't strong by what he draws, but by what he gives and what he saws. We were down to our last pair of 6 guns, and I'd sell them all again for my children's laughs at supper time and the warmth of family. Then let the stories fade and the myths grow old. Let the past stay where it belongs. I lay down death to raise a life, and that choice still makes me strong. The fire burned low, the night stayed calm. Cattle fed and the kids stayed warm. No guns on the wall, no fear to run. Just a better man than I'd been before. Yeah, down to our last pair of 6 guns was the day I finally won. We were down to our last pair of 6 guns was the day I finally won.
All right, there you go. Last pair of 6 guns right there. Our next song up, ladies and gentlemen, is called Cowboys Don't Say Goodbye. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal. Oh, by the way, this Sunday, Tim Delaney from Monster X Tour is going to be on the show. He's a coordinator, announcer, friend of mine. He's going to be on talking about what's going on with Monster X Tour for 2026, and also about how he got into the business. So we'll be talking to him, and we'll go from there. So our next one up here is Cowboys Don't Say Goodbye, right here on Pedal to the Metal.
Was quiet, just a ticking clock. Dust on his boots, hat in his lap. Mama cried soft in the hallway light as he pulled a chair to his daddy's side. Fence wire cuts on a working man's hands, paid his dues on this dry old land. Got hurt doing what he'd always done, riding for the brand till the day was done. The boy said, Daddy, what'll happen to me? Voice shook hard, couldn't barely speak. That old man smiled, though the pain ran deep. Said, son, come closer, listen to me. You've been watching longer than you think, learning every lesson between the lines. You're the man, now it's your time. This ranch, this family, they're your sky. He said, cowboys don't say goodbye, we just ride on a little ahead. I'll be in the fence post, the open sky, in the prayers your mama said. When your heart feels broken, the road gets long, and you're wondering how you'll get through, just remember, son, when I'm gone, cowboys don't say goodbye. Take care of your mom, she's strong but tired. Teach your little brother wrong from right. There'll be droughts and days you wanna quit, but a man don't run when it gets like this. Keep your word, keep your hands clean, stand your ground, but stay kind. Everything I am, I pass to you. You were ready long before tonight. He said, cowboys don't say goodbye, we just live on in the work we've done. And every ride at the break of dawn, and every setting sun, I'll be there when you saddle up, when you're talking to the stars at night. No, I ain't leaving, son, just trust. Cowboys don't say goodbye. The room went still as the morning came. Sunlight crossed that weathered face, the final squeeze of a calloused hand. A quiet nod, that was the plan. No long speech, no last demand, just pride and a boy-turned man. Cowboys don't say goodbye, we don't fade, we don't disappear. We live on in the land we loved and the ones we held dear. So wipe your eyes, stand up tall, do what I taught you to do. I'm riding with you through it all. Cowboys don't say goodbye. He stepped outside, felt the west wind blow, looked at the ranch spread far and wide, tipped his hat to the rising sun, and whispered, I know, Dad, I know.
That was Cowboys Don't Say Goodbye. Our next song up is Month on the Road, about Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson.
Packed up the bus, tires hitting the line, sun rising early, whiskey on my mind, Willie strumming low, Waylon growling deep, the boys laughing loud, no one got no sleep. Big city lights, crowds waiting outside, girls in the front row, eyes open wide. Every night a story, every mile a song. That month on the road felt way too long. Oh, a month on the road with Willie and Waylon, bright lights, loud nights, and the songs go on. Smoke in the air, cold drinks in our hands, singing with the boys all across this land. Every city, every crowd felt alive. The longest month of my damn life. Yeah, the music never stopped, the fun never died. Just me, Willie Waylon, and the boys on the ride. Tour bus nights, guitar strings humming low, laughing, joking, watching the neon glow. Every bar we hit, every stage we played, hearts beating fast, memories made. Girls in the crowd, boys in the back, smoking laughter along every track. The highway stretched, but we didn't care, with Willie Waylon and the boys everywhere. Oh, a month on the road with Willie
just me, Willie Whalen, and the boys on the ride. The lights fade slow, the bus hums low, stories and laughter everywhere we go. The whiskey warms, the guitars wail. That month on the road, we couldn't fail. Oh, a month on the road with Willie and Waylon, bright lights, loud nights, and the songs go on. Smoke in the air, cold drinks in our hands, singing with the boys all across this land. Every city, every crowd felt alive. The longest month of my damn life. Yeah, the music never stopped, the fun never died. Just me, Willie Whalen, and the boys on the ride. And if I close my eyes, I can hear that sound. The guitars, the laughter, the wheels rolling down. That month lives on, etched in my mind, with Willie Whalen and the boys for all time.
Month on the road right here on Pedal to the Metal. You guys, we'll be right back here in just a minute. We're going to have to play a couple of commercials to pay some bills. We'll be right back here with Pedal to the Metal. Hey Lugnuts, take a look at our new partner, 6ix9ine Graphics and Design. A small design and marketing company big on personalized service. They work close with you to get your business noticed with graphics that stand out and get attention. 6ix9ine Design focuses on stickers, decals, and graphics for your hot rods, custom projects, or business marketing. 6ix9ine Design also includes logo design, brochures, signs, business cards, banners, custom apparel, vehicle graphics, and much more. Remember, that's 6 and the number 9 Graphics and Design. Or go to 6ix9design.com or find them on Instagram at 6ix9design. Hey Lugnuts, need pick me up to start your day? Then it's time to go to Rise and Grind. At Rise and Grind Coffee in Parker, Colorado, you'll find everything from bold espressos to creamy lattes to refreshing chai teas and smoothies. Whether you love it regular or decaf, we've got the perfect cup waiting for you. Hungry? Grab a hot breakfast burrito and a fresh muffin to go with your drink. And don't forget to check in on our merchandise. Perfect gift for any coffee lover. Planning on an event? Rise and Grind brings coffee to you with our family-equipped portable coffee trailer. Perfect for weddings, meetings, celebrations of any kind. Stop by 475 Singing Hills Road in Parker or give us a call at 480-212-3787. That's 480-212-3787. Rise and Grind Coffee, fueling your day one cup at a time. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, in the house, two-time world champion automobile auctioneer, Mr. Scott Goodhue. Hello, Scotty. How you doing, brother? Hope you had a good trip. I need to talk to you and see how everything went down in Texas, man, with 375 cars. But anyway, guys, we're getting back here to name that album. So this next song up is called When the Glue Is Gone. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal.
Daddy was a keeper of the fire, held the storms back with his bare two hands. He was a roof on the house when the rain rolled in. The reason we all stayed a family then. Supper on the table, love in the wall. We never knew the cost of what he held for us all. But time moves on like a runaway train, and one day it whispers a different name. glue is gone, why do the pieces fall? Why do the memories fade like writing on the wall? We were a family stitched together strong. Now everyone's drifting and the days feel wrong. Lord, I'm standing here trying to hold on. Why do families fall apart when the glue is gone? Her mama was Christmas in a single smile, warm lights glowing down the hallway mile, cookies in the oven, kids at her knees. She held that joy like a gentle breeze. But seasons change and the chair sits still, a quiet room where laughter used to spill. And we keep asking heaven for a sign. Why does love come loose over time? 'Cause when the glue is gone, why do the pieces fall? Why do the hearts that were once so close stop calling it all? We were a family stitched together strong. Now holidays echo like a half-forgotten song. I'm trying to hold the light they shined upon. Why do families fall apart when the glue is gone? Maybe they were angels keeping us in line. Maybe it takes a special soul to make the world feel right. And now it's up to us to carry what they carried on, to be the glue for the ones who come along. But when the glue is gone, you feel the pieces fall. Still I'm praying for the strength to hold together after all. They taught us love, they made us strong. Now it's our turn to pass it on. Though it hurts to say the names and realize they're gone, we'll keep the family from falling apart. We'll be the glue from now on. When the glue is gone.
All right, that was When the Glue is Gone. So for you folks that just come in just now, we're having a contest here, and these were songs that never did get put on an album, and so we've compiled them all together. When I say we, I mean me, myself, and I, okay? So there's no other we's in this one-man band right here. So it's me, myself, and I. But anyway, you name the album, and you get free albums, whatever we create, for the rest of your life. So so far Ashley Falk is in the lead, and we like that one, Ashley. Diesel and Iron, and making Diesel and Iron the cover song. So so far you are in the lead. Sean Green, keep trying, my brother, keep trying. That's all I can say, my buddy, to keep trying. All right, our next song up right here, Who's Gonna Play Willie's Guitar? We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal.
In the early days, a Texas boy with a dream, Willie bought him a guitar with a voice like kerosene. Through the smoke-filled bars and the neon nights, they found their sound beneath those honky-tonk lights. That old guitar was more than wood and white, carried every heartbreak, every flame of his fire. They rode them highways, coast to coast, played for the drifters, the lost, and the folks he loved most. On every tour bus rolling through the dawn, that faithful old guitar kept strumming along. Hit after hit, song after song, Willie and that guitar proved each other strong. So who's gonna play Willie's guitar when he's gone? Who's gonna carry those memories on? Will it rest in a museum shining under soft lights, or hang in Hard Rock Cafe, a treasure of those nights? Or will some young dreamer with a heart full of scars be the one to play Willie's guitar? It took a beating, got busted, but never gave in, just like Willie through the losses and the wins. That old guitar knows every story by heart, every tear, every laugh, every humble start. Some say it's magic, some say it's fate, but it's Willie and that guitar that made the legends they made. Maybe it'll rest in a hall where the great ones stay. Maybe Hard Rock will proudly give it its place. Or maybe it'll find a kid on a porch somewhere, picking old songs on a summer night's air. Whoever holds it better know who they are, 'cause they'll be playing more than strings on a scarred up guitar. So who's gonna play Willie's guitar when he's gone? Who'll keep that outlaw spirit living on? Whether it's behind velvet rope or in a young troubadour's arms, someone's gonna feel that magic charm, yeah. Long as the world still loves a country star, someone's gonna play Willie's guitar.
There you go. You know, you always wonder who is going to play Willie's guitar. Probably somebody in his family. Anyway, we're going to jump ahead a couple songs, guys. And like I told you, we're just going to play a few of these songs tonight. We're going to jump up and let Ashley hear her song that she thinks should be the name of the album. This here is called Diesel and Iron.
Out here to breathe, to find some peace, where the sky was wide and the worries ceased. Now I hear the rumble, diesel and iron roll. The city's chasing us, changing all we know. Diesel and iron, tearing through the land, turning fields to roads, dreams to sand. We came to the country to get away. Now the city's chasing us day by day. Strip malls rising where the wildflowers grew, apartments and houses with a traffic view. The deer and antelope don't know where to run. Coyotes wander lost under the morning sun. Diesel and iron, tearing through the land, turning fields to roads, dreams to sand. Wildlife's confused, the traffic grows, but I still hold my acres, that's all I know. I remember nights stay. Diesel and iron shaping all I see. The city's marching closer, but this patch stays with me. Homes and traffic, strip malls, all in line, but I'll keep my little kingdom, and the land's still mine.
Okay, there you go, Diesel and Iron. So these are some of the songs that are on the album, and so far, Ashley, you have got the winning name so far. We're going to let this contest go for 2 weeks. Name the album, and you'll get free albums as long as I make them for free for the rest of your life. So anyway, I like that one, Ashley. I think so far that Diesel and Iron is a good name so far. Sean Green, you've been in there like a trooper all day. So continue to get out there and think of some good ones, my brother, for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, this last song I'm going to play for a special friend that I know is listening. This is basically about why do all, and this is not on the album, of course, but this is a song that I wrote about why do all the good people have to die first? You know, why do all the scumbags out there get to live? And like the little girl on the subway that got stabbed, and you know, she come to the United States for a better life, and then she gets murdered on the subway, and just different things like that. You know, I mean, it's basically a song about why do all the good ones go first. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal.
There's a darkness in this world I can't explain. People hurting people like it's some kind of game, while the kind ones are out there mending broken lives, helping neighbors and mowing yards, showing kids a better life. And every time I hear another angel's gone, Lord, it just feels wrong. So why do the good ones go first, Lord? Why do the strong hearts fade away? Why do the ones who lift us up get called home early every day? I don't know how you choose your angels, but it sure feels like a curse. Oh Lord, why do the good ones go first? Some folks spend their whole life causing nothing but pain, while the good souls are out there giving hope like rain. They're the ones who hold the car shows for the little kids, raise a little money, bring a little joy. God knows they always did. And then one day they're gone without a reason why, and all we can do is cry. So why do the good ones go first, Lord? Why do the strong hearts fade away? Why do the ones who lift us up get called home early every day? I don't know how you choose your angels, but it sure feels like a curse. Oh Lord, why do the good ones go first? Maybe you need them up there more than we do down here, to shine a little brighter, to chase away the fear. Lord, if you're listening, keep a few here too. needs the work they do. So why do the good ones go first, Lord? Why do the gentle souls disappear? Why do we keep on losing heroes we all needed right here? I know you got a plan in heaven, but down here it still hurts. Oh Lord, why do the good ones go first?
All right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in to this special edition of Pedal to the Metal. Name that album and win free music for life. And I'll try to get some of the artists that we're going to have on the show to include some of their music, and I'll build some pretty good CDs if I can do that, or albums and thumb drives and all that other stuff. So, hello, Vaughn Long, world champion, Mr. Vaughn Long Ringman. Big horseman extraordinaire in the house right here, ladies and gentlemen. Good friend of mine. Work with him every week. Good to see you on, buddy. Thank you very much for tuning in. A little late. We're getting ready to turn off the lights, and we're going to go upstairs and watch a little TV with Mrs. Roller. Going to watch us a movie. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the short edition here of Pedal to the Metal. Don't forget, we're going to tune in tomorrow with Taylor Delaney, and we will be playing songs starting at 6 o'clock. No, I take that back. We're going to do songs at 6:15, and we're going to go ahead and play up till 7 o'clock, and then the show starts at 7, and we'll call in and talk to Taylor at 7:15. So this month so far on Pedal to the Metal, we got Taylor Delaney. Just got a phone call while we were on air here from Robert French, who's another monster truck driver. He'll probably take that 14th slot. Ed Beckley's going to be on from Checker Flag Productions on the 21st. Then Ed Beckley will be on the 18th. On the 21st is Scott Chisholm, monster truck driver extraordinaire. On the 25th, Monster Jam driver B.J. Johnson of the Gas Monkey Garage Car will be on the 25th. And then Elvis impersonator Tim Dudley will be on the 28th. So we look forward to January. February is going to start filling up. We're in talks with Bobby Holman. This is his 40th year in the monster truck business, and he said he'd get on, and he drives for the Hot Wheels company right now and stuff. So we'll get all that happening right here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget, it's jeffrichards327@gmail.com to order those CDs, and also to submit your name for the album, or you can go right there on the pages. We have them on Pedal to the Metal page, and then my personal Facebook page, and you can go in there and name that album and maybe take a chance of winning. So we appreciate you guys. You have a safe weekend. We look forward to hanging out tomorrow night with you guys. Josh Folk, Ashley, Vaughn, Scott Goodyew, Kevin Rudder, you name it. Let's see who else was on here. Sean Green. Let's see here. We got, of course, I already said Kevin. Kevin Dickey, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Joe Miller, thanks for watching. Just appreciate everybody on there, man. And Sarah and Karen, I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on Pedal to the Metal.
All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Pedal to the Metal. I want to send out a huge thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting the show. I also want to thank all of our amazing sponsors. You're the ones that help keep the wheels turning, and we truly appreciate you. Be sure to join us every Wednesday and Sunday. We kick things off with music at 6 p.m. each night, and the full show starts at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Until next time,
keep the pedal down, heads high, and we'll see you at the next show.